Good morning. Let's begin seated on the mat, legs crossed, and palms face up on the knees. Let your low back and hips relax onto the earth, and your shoulders relax back to stack over the hips. Chin is parallel with the earth. Let's begin with some deep breaths. Inhale to the low belly, up into the lungs. Exhale, empty out of the lungs, slowly drawing the navel back towards the spine. Continue with this deep inhale and slow, lengthened exhale. Notice this natural rhythm. As you inhale, bring the arms up and overhead, big stretch. Exhale slowly with your breath out, thumbs to heart center. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, reaching the arms out and up to the sky. Exhale, bring the thumbs down, connect to the heart. 1 more time, just like that, scooping up that abundant morning fresh air. Exhale, thumbs connect to your heart space, the energy of the earth. To start the practice, we'll take 1 round of Om. Deep inhale for Om. On your next inhale, stretch the arms out and up to the sky, maybe gaze up to the thumbs. And on your exhale, we'll bring the left hand down to the earth as you reach your right palm up and overhead. So we'll do 1 breath per movement. Inhale, right arm reaches down, left arm reaches up and over. Inhale, back through center, left palm comes to the mat. Inhale, right arm up, palm faces down, reaching out, keeping the hips grounded to the mat. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, lean over towards the right. Arm reaches out and overhead. Inhale through center. Exhale to the other side. This time we're going to hold for 1 full breath. Breathe in from hip to shoulder, maybe gazing up past that top arm. And on your exhale, bring that top arm in front of you and down towards the ground. You'll flex your right wrist and let your head rest towards the left shoulder. You can play around with the motion of the neck here by tilting the chin down and gently up, if it's okay for your neck. Otherwise, just stay centered. Inhale, come back through the center, reaching that left hand up to the sky. Exhale, leaning to the right. Keep that left hip grounded and glued to the floor. Maybe gazing up past that top arm. And then we'll swing that top arm forward and down towards the left side. Palm reaches to the earth. Flex your wrist and let your right ear rest towards the right shoulder. And again, if it is okay for your neck, you can play with the mobility, tilting the chin slowly down or slowly up. Inhale, come back through center using a little bit of the core. Exhale, get grounded. Inhale, arms sweep out and up to the sky, reaching up. Exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So left hand comes across the body, right hand comes down behind you. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. Now we'll do one breath per movement. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, twist to the left. Breathing all the way out and then looking over the shoulder. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, twist to the other side. Breathe all the way out before making that full twist. Inhale through center. Exhale. Navel draws back to the spine. Get that lift in the chest. Gently gaze over the shoulder. Inhale through center. Exhale, this time we'll hold. So inhale, press down to your back hand, lift up through the spine. Exhale, twist and gaze over the shoulder. Bring the head and the arms back through center, reaching up. Inhale. Exhale to the other side. Keep squeezing that breath out until you're empty. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come back through the center, hands to the knees, and we'll take some seated cat-cows. Inhale, arch your back with your heart forward, gazing up towards the sky. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, round the back of your heart, and draw chin to chest. Inhale, turn the pelvis forward, lift the chest, maybe gaze up to the sky. Exhale, tailbone tucks under, round the back. Cat. Inhale for cow, arch the back, lift the chest. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin in. Inhale, come back through center, and let's turn towards the front of the mat, crossing your left ankle in front of your right. Inhale to lengthen as you stretch your arms out in front of you. Exhale, use the hands to ground the sits bones into the mat, letting the shoulders relax and feeling this nice deep stretch through the outer side of your left hip. Inhale to the low back, low belly. Exhale, melt a little bit deeper down. Inhale, come back through center. We'll bring the hands behind and switch out the legs so you can extend your legs, give the knees a little rest, and we'll bring the right ankle in front of the left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tiptoe the fingertips forward and melt into your seated forward fold. Sometimes to keep my back more straight, I like to gently gaze forward. In this video, I was actually looking at a hawk. Very rare. So we'll take one more deep breath here. Inhale to rise back up, and let's shift forward, rolling over the knees and aligning the knees hip width apart, directly 90 degrees under the hip bones. And then the hands are shoulder width apart, but we'll take our cat-cows a little bit more funky. So flip your fingertips around so that the inside of your wrist and forearm are facing forward. If this is too much, you can just go into your regular cat-cow. But we'll inhale to arch the back, flip tailbone up. Exhale, curl tailbone under, round the upper back. So you should feel this stretch in your inner arms and wrists. We'll inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the back, draw the navel towards the spine. One more time, just like that. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, come to a neutral spine. Now we'll switch out the wrist, bringing the tops of the hands to the mat. So the outer top of the wrist and forearm are now facing forward. Let's do 3 more cat-cows, going at your pace of breath. So inhale to arch, exhale to round. Let's do one more round wherever you are. Inhale, come back to a neutral spine. Undo the wrists. We'll tuck the toes, so bring your knees together, tucking the toes underneath and sitting back towards the heels. So we'll open up through the feet a little bit. You can shake out your wrists a little and roll them to release any tension. And then as an option here, you can interlace your hands behind your back, putting the knuckles to rest on the sacrum and squeezing the elbows and shoulder blades back behind you. This is to start, or if you want to take the more advanced version, you can straighten the arms and lift your chest up towards the sky, reaching the knuckles towards the earth. Take a couple more breaths here wherever you are, honoring where your body is today. And on your next exhale, release the hands. We'll untuck the toes and sit the hips back towards the heels for child's pose. The first variation is to extend the arms forward, lifting up through the palms, keeping the fingertips tinted on the mat. Another variation is to send the arms back behind you with the palms face up, shoulders and head relaxed towards the floor. Either one works, so return to this pose if you need a rest throughout the practice. On your next inhale, let's lift back up, hands slightly in front of the shoulders, tuck the toes, and lift hips up and back for our first downward facing dog of the day. So if this is your first down dog, go ahead and make this super movement. You can bend your knees, shake out your hips, pedal the legs, bending into one knee as you straighten the other heel down, working into the hamstrings, the calves, and the Achilles tendons and the ankles. Keep pressing into your hands, all parts, including the knuckles and the fingertips. Pressing the heart back towards the thighs and lifting the hips and tailbone back and up towards the ceiling and the sky, wherever you're practicing. You might turn the head from side to side, just releasing any tension there. And on your next inhale, let's go ahead and walk our hands back towards the feet. Exhale, bend your knees generously and let the upper body waterfall over the legs. Weight is in the heels. And then on your inhale, press down into your feet. Let the upper body dangle as you roll up. Exhale, come back into standing mountain pose. Inhale, press down into your feet. Reach your arms to the sky, palms together. Exhale, bend at the knees, hinge from the waist, and fold back down, standing forward fold. Inhale, walk your hands up your shins, sending the hips back and the heart forward for halfway lift. Exhale, gently melt back down, hinging from your waist, standing forward fold. 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen, creating a number 7 with your body. Exhale, forward fold. 1 more time with your breath. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Create space in your spine. Exhale, melt it forward, feeling that stretch in the low back and hips. As an option here, you can interlace the hands once again, stretching the arms out and overhead. Let your neck relax completely, feeling your forehead melt towards the toes. Take another deep breath in here. Exhale, keep reaching the knuckles away from the body. And then gently release the hands to the low back and then to the floor. Let's walk forward a few inches back into downward facing dog, reaching the heart back to the thighs and the hips to the sky. Left leg's gonna lift up to the sky as high as you can get it. Then bend your knee and open through the hip and the left quad. You might even bend your left elbow a little bit to get a big yawn through the left side of the body, ribs stretching open. Extend back through your left heel, and on your exhale, I want you to squeeze that left knee up and towards the chest. To modify here, you can always lower the right knee through tabletop. We'll do it twice more. Knee to the chest. Inhale, extend the leg back. Exhale, knee to the nose, squeeze it up and in, and then hinge your foot forward as far as you can. You can step the foot forward with the hand to the ankle to help. Untuck your back toes, and on your inhale, walk your hands up towards your top thigh and then your hips. Inhale, we're going to reach our arms up over the head, and on your exhale, you're going to flip your left hand back behind and bring the hand to the space between the shoulder blades. Right hand can rest on top of the elbow as your first option. We're working on opening up the chest and the shoulders. If you'd like, you can take a full bind by reaching your right hand back behind you and working up the spine to clasp the fingertips. Once you do come somewhere close to clasping the fingertips, reach your knuckles away from each other. Take one more inhale, lift the chest, and on your exhale, release the hands down to frame the front foot. We'll come into half splits, peeling the left toes back as you straighten the leg. Try to square your hips off, so draw your left hip back and your right hip forward. Inhale, lengthen out of the lower back by lifting the chest forward. Exhale. And then we'll release, coming back into tabletop pose. Tuck your toes under, lift your chest forward, elbows squeeze in towards the ribs. Slowly lower chest and chin, elbows still squeezing. Untuck the toes, and then slide the heart forward for baby cobra. Exhale to lower, tenting your fingertips to the outsides of your mat. Inhale, come up for cobra. Exhale, come back down, forehead taps. 2 more. Inhale, rolling up the spine. Exhale, lower. Make sure the toes are pointed back. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, lower. Hands underneath the shoulders. On your inhale, lift your chest, cobra, round over your knees, tuck your toes, and come back, downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here, readjusting. Make sure the hands are in line with the shoulders, feet in line with the hips. Down dog can be a resting pose, but also child's pose is an option here. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky as high as possible, bend the knee and open the hip. So this will be a little tight to start off with, but we'll be doing it a lot throughout practice, so don't worry. Take a big yawn through that right side, and then we'll do our knee taps, knee to nose. Remember, you can modify by bringing the left knee down. And again, knee to nose, tap it up. Last one, inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrist, hinge your right foot towards the mat. Another way to adjust is to walk yourself back with the hands and the left foot to stack your right knee over the ankle. Walk the hands up the thigh as you come into your low crescent lunge. Inhale, let's reach the hands out and up to the sky. On your exhale, bring your right hand down behind your neck, and the left hand's going to rest on top of the right elbow, drawing the elbow back. Let the head rest into the arms. If you want to take the full bind, the left hand's going to come down and around up the back for a full clasp. If you do find your clasp, elbows reaching in opposite directions, let's take a couple more deep breaths here. Feeling that opening through the left hip flexor and through the right shoulder. Release your hands, shift your hips back as you flex your right toes up towards the sky. You can walk your hands under your shoulders, square off your hips, Inhale, lengthen out of the low back. Exhale, you might hinge forward. Feeling that nice opening through the back of your right leg. One more breath here. And then exhale, we'll hinge back into the front leg, tuck the back toes. Send your right knee to match your right. Bend at the elbows for cat bow, just lowering chest and chin. Untuck the toes and then inhale up for cobra. Exhale, lower fingertips out to the sides of the mat. 3 cobras. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Feeling that gentle compression in the low back. Extend up through the neck and head. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale to rise. Exhale, melt it down. Hands under the shoulders. Inhale, lift for cobra. Round over on knees. And we'll sit back to child's pose for a little rest before going into our next sequence. Inhale, let's rise up. Tuck the toes. Send it back, downward facing dog. You can pedal out the legs, readjust. Take a couple more deep breaths here, finding that rhythm again. Inhale, lift your left leg up, bend the knee open through the hip. You can roll out your ankle. Inhale, straighten and square that left leg. Exhale, tap knee to nose. Inhale, extend up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to the nose. Look forward, hinge your left foot up. Remember, you can bring the hand to the ankle to step the foot forward or walk your hands back to frame your front foot. Your right back heel is going to dial down at a 45-degree angle, and as you press the mat away with your feet, inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. Palms shoulder width apart, thumbs dial back. Relax your shoulders, keep bending into your front knee as you press into the back of your right heel. This is our Warrior One pose. Inhale to lengthen the chest up, and on your exhale, interlace the hands behind the back again. Remember, you can just rest the knuckles on the sacrum or extend your knuckles all the way back and down towards the earth. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, hinge from your waist, hooking your left shoulder towards the left knee for humble warrior. Square your hips off, so draw that left hip into center. And relax your neck and head down towards the earth, reaching those knuckles up and over. One more full, complete breath here. And then exhale, release the hands down to the low back, then the floor. Stepping your right foot back, followed by the left. This time, shift forward on the toes. You can take the knees or lower all the way down together with your body. Inhale, baby cobra. Keep the shoulder blades down away from the ears. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tuck the toes. We'll press back through a half plank. And exhale into downward facing dog. Take a full round of breath here. On your next inhale, lift that right leg up. Bend the knee, open the hip, roll out through your ankle. Inhale, straighten and square your hips and your shoulders. Exhale, tap your right knee to your nose. Twice more. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Once more, reach it up and back, tail of the dog. Exhale, knee to the nose. Step that right foot forward. You can walk it forward or walk your hands back, dialing your left heel down 45 degrees. Inhale, press the mat away with your feet, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, thumbs dial back, shoulders relax down. Warrior One pose. Very strong legs here. Press down into the earth. Hips and heart look to the front. Interlace your hands behind your back once again. This time try to switch out the cross of your thumbs. Interlace the hands and reach them back. Inhale, lift the heart up. Exhale, we'll start to hinge forward, humble warrior, right shoulder to right thigh. Make sure that your hips are square. This will make this pose a lot easier. So draw that right hip into center. Let the forehead melt down towards the toes, gazing somewhere at the back of your mat. Take another deep breath in, reach the knuckles away. And exhale. When you're ready, slowly release the hands to the low back, followed to the floor. Step your left toes back into plank, followed by the right. Inhale, shift forward on the toes. Exhale, elbows squeeze in, lower down. Untuck the toes, point them straight back, elbows squeezing in still. Inhale, lift, cobra pose. Exhale, lower, tuck your toes. Inhale, elbows squeeze in, reverse plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. So you should feel a little bit of heat start to build now. We're going to keep that energy grounded. Take a rest if needed. Otherwise, we'll move on. Inhale, left leg lifts up. Bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, straighten and square your left leg. Exhale, 3 knee to nose taps. Go with your breath. Inhale up. Exhale, squeeze the core up and in. Once more, inhale up. Exhale, knee to the nose, look forward, step your left foot up to the mat. This time we'll dial our right heel down and in at a 90-degree angle, so the right toes point out to the side of the mat, left toes point forward. Make sure your front heel lines up with the middle of your back arch. Hips are open, left knee towards the outer edge of the pinky toe. Flip your palms up to relax your shoulders and then flip them back down. Warrior stance. Heart and hips are open to the side. When you're ready, exhale, lift your left arm up to the sky, stretching that side of the body. Inhale back through center and exhale, left elbow to left knee, right hand reaches up and overhead. Keep the shoulders down. Inhale through center, exhale, right hand down, left hand reaches up, blown warrior. Inhale through center, exhale, left elbow to left thigh, reach the right arm up and along the side of the ear. And again, inhale through center, exhale, right hand down, left hand up. We'll hold, another inhale, exhale, inhale, come back through center, exhale, left elbow down, right arm up overhead. Inhale to lengthen, right pinky toe to right pinky finger. Exhale to reach out. Inhale to come up. You're going to lengthen your front leg, but never lock out the knee joint. I want you to draw the kneecaps up the quads as you reach your left fingertips forward and then tip down from the hips, coming into triangle pose. Press firmly down into both feet, tucking the tailbone towards the earth. Arms are stacked, one on top of the other. If you'd like to take a bind here, reverse your right thumb back and bring your hand along the low back or left hip crease. Keep finding length through the side of your body, and if it feels good, you can look up towards the sky. Otherwise, just look straight or down. Release your hand up and then down to the hip. Press down to your feet and rise through center, turning your left toes in so that your feet are parallel. Toes point forward, heels back. Start to hinge from your waist with a flat back as far as you can, and then slowly release the hands down to the earth. You can keep your fingertips in line with your toes, or if you'd like, you can take that interlace behind the back again. To make this pose a little bit easier, you might widen your feet and turn the toes slightly in with the heels clicked out. Take whatever arm variation suits you here, and we'll find a few deep breaths. Coming into an inverted posture brings the blood flow back into the heart and the brain. When you're ready to release, hands come down to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, we'll heel toe the feet a little bit wider than the hips. Toes point out. Elbows come to the insides of the thighs, and you're pressing the knees apart to lift the chest up towards the thumbs. The glutes might gently hug in towards each other so that you get this lift out of the lower back, and the heart and crown of the head reach up to the sky. Take one more full deep breath here. Release your hands down to the floor, lift the hips. We'll heel toe the feet back in line, standing forward fold. You might gently sway your hips from left to right, just shaking it out. Now we'll turn back towards the top of the mat, walk into downward facing dog once again. This time, we'll take the right leg up, three-legged dog, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, re-extend the leg, 3 knee to nose taps. We'll go for 1, 2, and 3. Step that right foot up towards the top of the mat. Left heel dials down and in, 90 degrees. Inhale, left arm up, followed by the right. Make sure your feet are in alignment. Your right knee is in line with second and third toe. And our hips and heart are opening up. Keep bending into that front knee as you press into the outer edge of your back foot. Inhale, lift your right arm up to the sky. And on your exhale, right elbow to right thigh, left arm reaches up and overhead. Inhale through center, warrior 2. Exhale, take it back, blown warrior. Inhale through center, exhale, right elbow to right thigh. Keep the right shoulder away from the ear as you reach left hand over. Inhale through center, exhale, take it back. Take a full round of breath. Inhale, exhale, keep bending into your front knee. Inhale through center, exhale, right elbow to right thigh, left arm reaches up and over. Inhale, create more space. Exhale, look up over that top arm. Inhale, come back through center, lengthen your front leg. Rock the hips back as you reach your right fingertips forward. Remember, active legs here. Right hand's going to come down anywhere that it lands. We want to open up through the body. So draw your top hip and shoulder back and over to stack. If you'd like, take the bind here by reversing your top hand around and bringing the top of the right or the left hand either onto the low back or around the right hip crease. Gaze up if it feels okay for your neck. And then inhale, release that left hand up and bring it down to your hip. Engage the legs and the core as you rise through center. Right toes turn in. This time, as an option, interlace your hands behind you. Gentle back bend, lifting your heart straight up to the sky. Knuckles reach down. Then hinge from your waist and come into wide-legged forward fold with a chest expansion. Keep squeezing your palms together, reaching your knuckles out and overhead. Eventually, we want the knuckles to reach towards the ground, but that's okay if they don't today. It's a practice for a reason. Take one more full breath here. And on your exhale, release your hands down towards the low back and then to the floor. Inhale halfway. Exhale, let's heel toe the feet in about hip width apart. And we'll squat down for Malasana, yogi squat. Elbows to the insides of the knees, press them apart, lifting your chest up towards your thumbs. If you feel grounded and stable here, close your eyes. Otherwise, just soften the gaze between your eyelashes. This pose is great for releasing the low back and hips. Then we'll bring our fingertips to the floor. Inhale, lift the hips back up. Heel toe the feet back in. Exhale, standing forward fold. You might grab opposite elbows here, swaying the hips from side to side, or you might just keep your fingertips down to the mat, swaying from side to side. When you're ready, ground back into your heels, bend your knees. Inhale, press down into your feet, and slowly ragdoll up. Exhale as you come into standing, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Now we'll come into the balancing practice of tree pose. Inhale, arms reach up and overhead, palms together. Exhale, bring them down to your heart. Readjust your stance so that your feet feel firmly planted on the earth. And then we'll ground down through our right foot. Draw your left heel towards your right ankle, and start to find your balance. Maybe you slide your left foot up to your right shin. Hips are open, tailbone gliding down. If you'd like to take the third option, you'll bring your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Squeeze your thigh and your foot gently towards each other. A little bit of core action is required here and a focal point on something steady. If you're feeling pretty steady here, reach your arms out and up to the sky, palms together. Exhale, hands down to the heart. Beautiful tree pose. When you're ready, gently release that left foot down. We'll go on to the other side. Inhale, palms reach up overhead. Exhale, thumbs come down to the heart. Now, let's balance onto the left, bringing the right heel towards the left ankle. You can start here with the toes on the mat. This is already in a balancing pose. Otherwise, bring the foot to the shin, or you can bring the foot to the inner thigh. Yogi's choice. If you do bring the foot to the inner thigh, press the foot and the thigh together. And each side is different, so if you sway a little bit, that's okay. Trees naturally sway. Bring the palms out and overhead. Slowly draw the thumbs towards the heart. And if you get a little wobbly or fall out, that's okay. Don't take yourself too seriously. Learn to laugh and enjoy life with all the bumpy roads. When you're ready, go ahead and come down, shake out your legs. Let's turn towards the top of the mat and step up to the top. Inhale, palms reach out and up. Exhale, bend at the knees, hinge from the waist, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant the palms, step your feet back to plank pose. This time, shift forward on the toes, lower down halfway, keep the lower belly in. Untuck the toes, inhale, lift for upward facing dog with the legs off the floor. And then lifting up through the low belly, turn the toes under, downward facing dog. Take about 3 deep breaths here before coming into child's pose for a rest. When you're ready, slowly tap the knees down, sit hips to heels, and take your variation of child's pose. Come back to your intention. Come back to the connection of your breath and your body on the earth. Hands come underneath the shoulders and we'll slowly press up into seat. And then we'll come down onto one side and swivel the legs out straight in front. Cross your left ankle over top of your right thigh and start to draw the right foot in at any amount. So the hands are behind you, fingertips pointed back. And to make this pose more intense, the closer you bring your legs in, or to make it less intense, bring the legs out. You can even rock your legs over towards the right side, rolling out that left hip. When you're ready, release, legs extend, right ankle crosses over the left thigh, right toes flexed. Bring your left foot in at any amount, coming into a variation of pigeon pose. And you might rock the legs towards the left, starting to open deeper through the right side of the hip. When you're ready, release your left leg down, extend your right leg. From here, let's go ahead and scoot up towards the top of the mat, plant your feet down on the earth, and slowly roll down your spine with a rounded back, chin to chest until you come all the way down towards the earth. Inhale to stretch your arms up over your head, and then exhale, bring them down by your sides with your feet underneath your knees. We'll take 3 bridge rolls. Inhale, press down to your feet, lift your hips up, pointing the knees forward. Exhale, lower down 1 vertebra at a time. 2 more. Inhale, curl the tailbone up to the sky, press down into the feet, upper body is relaxed. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, lift, curl tailbone up, press down to your feet. Head looks straight up to the sky, not from side to side. You can stay here or begin to interlace the hands underneath the low back. Once you do that, squeeze your palms together and tuck your outer arm and shoulders underneath you to lift the heart higher up. Then we'll hold for 3 more breaths. Make sure the back of the neck is nice and long, so tuck the chin slightly. Deep breaths. When you're ready, uninterlace the hands, untuck the shoulders, and slowly roll down the spine. We'll draw the left knee in towards the chest and extend the right leg straight. Squeeze that left knee in, taking deep breaths here. We'll bring the right hand to the outside of the left knee and hook the top of your left foot on the back of your right thigh. And then release your left arm out to the side as you come into your twist. Relax into this twist. When you're ready, come back through center. Plant both of your feet on the floor and even out your hips. Now we'll draw the right knee in towards the chest and extend the left leg long and set it down on the earth. Keep squeezing that right knee in towards the chest, relaxing shoulders, neck, head, and all the muscles of your face. We'll bring the left hand to the outside of the right knee and start to twist that right knee across the body. Listen closely to this cue. Top of your right foot on the back of your left thigh. Extend out through your right arm, keeping the chest open to the sky. Maybe you gaze towards the right fingertips if it's okay for your neck. Getting in a nice little twist is wonderful for starting up the metabolism for your day. Let's take a couple more deep, relaxing breaths here. Inhale, unravel, come back through center, planting the feet, evening out the hips. Our last pose before rest is Happy Baby. Draw your knees in towards your chest, grabbing for the shins or the ankles. Let's prioritize keeping the low back towards the mat, shoulders and head relaxed. Flex your feet up towards the sky, or you can even play around with extending one leg as you bend the other. So bend your right knee, extend your left leg, lean to the left. And then bend your left knee, extend your right leg, lean to the right. And then let's find a couple more breaths. You might hold on to the feet or higher up on the ankles. Remember, you're keeping the spine ironed out on the mat. When you're ready, gently release the legs and extend them out about width of the mat. And the hands either lay on the belly to keep track of the breath, or you can lay them down by your sides with the palms face up. Let's take a few moments here lying down on our backs to let the benefits of the practice truly soak in, to integrate all the benefits. Notice your inhale deeply to the belly. Exhale, let a wave of calm wash over your body. No more tension here. Listen to the morning sounds around you as you drift in to peace, to stillness, and internal silence. If you'd like to stay here for a little while longer, I encourage you to. Otherwise, if you're ready to awaken, stretch out overhead with the arms as you point the toes and roll over onto your side body. Gently press up, head comes last, and we'll come into seated meditation. Palms face up on the knees, again absorbing the abundant morning energy. Begin to imagine how you would like the rest of your day to go. How do you want to feel for the rest of your day? What would you like to do with the rest of your day? Imagine yourself feeling and doing all the things that you desire. Then inhale and stretch your arms up and overhead. Palms come together down to the third eye for positive thoughts. Thumbs come to the throat for positive words. And palms come to the heart center where your positive intention dwells. We'll seal the practice with 3 chants of Om. Inhale for Om. Om.
Thank you so much for practicing with me this morning.
It was an honor to guide you to your highest potential. Namaste.